Father said no, but they all got to go, for we said yeah. Oh, we said yeah. We said yeah. We said yeah. So we left the crowd ahead, chose to follow Christ instead. Must deny ourselves in every way, we might as well be dead. Oh, we said yeah. Oh, we said yeah. And we said yeah. We said yeah. Now we're aiming for the sky, looking far and very high. Just forget your problems, brother, don't sit there and sigh. For we said yeah. We said yeah. We said yeah. We said yeah. As we recognize his voice, we know we have no choice. He's our Lord and we must follow him, and one day we'll rejoice. For we said yeah. We said yeah. We said yeah. We said yeah. Mother says she's proud, father starts to doubt. Brother wants to be like us, he wants to leave the crowd. And they said yeah. And they said yeah. They said yeah. They said yeah. Now mother said yeah. Daddy says yeah. My sibling all said yeah. And you may think we're square, but we deny ourselves, pick up our daily cross, learn from his living word and follow him. Yes, we deny ourselves, pick up our daily cross, learn from his living word and follow him.
Hello, it's me again, Danielle, trying to convince you that you are in great danger and need to act now, before it is too late. I am not referring to a possible World War III or an economic crisis or any other disaster. No, I am concerned about your eternal existence. Will it be a happy one or a dreadful one? Most people do not want to hear another word about this subject, but permit me to insist. I imagine myself walking in front of a tall skyscraper that is filled with people, and I notice that a fire just broke out in the building's basement. This fire will soon engulf the whole building. They are all in great danger. I feel responsible. It is my utmost duty to warn them, whether they like it or not. I will start shouting, screaming from the top of my lungs, like a madman, begging them to pay attention and believe that they are in great danger. And that is very much how I feel whenever I interact with people. I want to help everyone to prepare for their eternity, just as I do, by putting themselves right with their Maker and His only Son, Jesus Christ, who was sent to earth not only to warn us, but to actually save those who will follow Him. I speak again and again about what Jesus told us, but most people shrug my words away, doubting that the Bible's narrative is true. They want proofs. I cannot perform miracles and wonders in order to convince them that what I say is the truth, but I can refer them to Jesus, who did many miracles and wonders while still on earth. Jesus gave his contemporaries all the proof that they needed to know, proving that he truly came from God and that his words were the truth. He proved it not only by means of the countless miracles that he performed, but most importantly by actually predicting the way that he would die and then resurrect on the third day. That was the ultimate test. Those who heard him predict his resurrection and actually saw him resurrected with their own eyes doubted no more. They knew that Jesus was who he claimed to be, and that everything that he had told them was true. And they now felt compelled to warn others, just as I do, and they dedicated their lives to spread Jesus' message to everyone they could reach: Jews, Greeks, Romans, and many more. Having received from Jesus the power to also perform many miracles, they were able to convince those who heard them that their message was true, and many believed and followed Jesus' teachings. After the apostles died, however, there were no more miracles being done to reassure others that the Christian message was true. So, what convinced the following generation of believers that Jesus was indeed sent by God? It was the fact that the apostles, who had by then written the New Testament, had proven themselves to be exceedingly righteous men of integrity by suffering much enmity and persecution for propagating their message. Actually, they were all martyred for preaching what they had written down in the New Testament that we possess. The apostles would have not suffered their whole lives through until their deaths if their story was not true, if they had not really seen Jesus resurrected from the dead. This argument convinced all those who were honestly seeking the truth that they had finally found it. You see, unlike anyone else in this world, the apostles could not be accused of being gullible and deceived into believing that Jesus truly resurrected from the dead. You and I could be deceived, just as the followers of all other religions could be, and actually are, but the apostles were not deceived, since they claimed having seen him resurrected with their own eyes, touching his wounds, eating with him, and being taught by him until 40 days after his crucifixion, they all saw him ascend to heaven in a cloud. So, the apostles were either actually lying or telling the truth, but deceived they were not. Their persistence in proclaiming Jesus' resurrection through so much persecution and suffering proved to those who heard them, or read their testimonies, that they were definitely telling the truth. The generations of Christians that believed from then on, and up until today, believed the apostles' written first-hand testimony, convinced by the same logical argument, which I just mentioned to you. Their righteous and self-denying lives, that is evident to all who read their writings, leaves us also today with no doubt that all that the apostles wrote is true, and it is proven historically to be trustworthy. So, please consider with sincerity the logical conclusion that I and all followers of Jesus have arrived at, and join us by studying carefully the apostles' writings and by submitting to Jesus' teachings. Study diligently the words that Jesus spoke and follow him, as I try to do. Our eternal future and happiness are at stake.